What if I tell you that ancient teachers left hidden clues in sacred texts and symbols, waiting for those who are ready to recognize them? This is not just a method of success or an ordinary motivational idea. This is knowledge capable of changing your reality, hidden from humanity for millennia. Are you ready to accept the truth that can destroy your previous notions of reality? Do you have the courage to continue your path of knowledge? I will share with you knowledge that has been passed down through generations of teachers. Have you wondered why, despite all efforts, you encounter invisible obstacles on the path to success? Why, despite the desire to improve your life, do you constantly face a wall? This is no mere coincidence. There exists a carefully constructed system that keeps people in a state of limited awareness and makes them feel as if they are stuck in a hopeless situation. Throughout history, humanity's best representatives have shared knowledge possessing the power to free from mass mental control. Many of them gave their entire lives transmitting these secrets, realizing they could change humanity's path. From birth, we are under the influence of a system that dictates how to live. Most often, we don't realize we're following a pre-written script involving study, work, bills, and waiting for retirement. But at some point you feel confined and want to break free from repeating cycles. How to break free from system dependency without fighting it? Very few think about this. These questions remain unresolved in most people's consciousness. Most people go through life without questioning the rules of this game, and those who begin to doubt them usually start a useless fight with the system. This cycle is not meant for our freedom, but for the maturation of our spirit, to realize that freedom is not achieved through struggle, because the system, if fought against, will make us humble, tired, and dependent on external circumstances. Indeed, we often feel exhaustion, as if something is draining our strength. And this truth is the result of a masterfully designed system of low vibrations that minimizes our potential. We live in a world full of distractions, social media, anxious news, and meaningless entertainment. All this fills our mind with superficial thoughts, preventing us from looking inside ourselves and realizing true needs. If reality is a mental construct, and the mind can be reprogrammed, then the conclusion is inevitable. You are the only one responsible for your life. This idea liberates some but frightens others. After all, it's much easier to blame the system, circumstances, or fate than to admit that it is you who makes choices that shape your future at every moment. When someone begins to seek an answer, the system starts testing whether you really need this answer, and only a mature spirit understanding the universe's laws passes these tests. Typically, people encountering difficulties on the path to their inner freedom and exit from all illusions begin to blame the system, that the matrix is destructive and forcibly holds us against our will. But is this really so, or is it just part of the game we find ourselves in? The first step to liberation is not fighting the system, but understanding its mechanisms. Having realized the rules of the game, you'll understand that you can play differently, rewriting your script. But here arises a question. If everything around is a mental construct, how much does your reality belong to you? Imagine your life as a movie you're watching. Do you feel that you're actually playing a role in someone else's script, written by someone else? This reality we perceive is actually just an illusion created by our imagination and beliefs. We're used to perceiving the surrounding world as fixed reality, but it's just an illusion we can change. The human mind is like a film projector reflecting our beliefs. If from childhood you were taught that happiness comes only through hard work and that success should be achieved through suffering, these ideas become templates of your reality. The matrix cleverly manages our perception. It doesn't need a prison to contain people. People create their own limitations. If you think you must follow the familiar path, you'll never ask how to change your script. But ancient teachers knew the true state of things. Civilizations left signs of this wise knowledge. These messages were hidden under layers of dogmas, educational systems, and cultural prejudices that ridicule any non-standard thinking. But behind this lies the real truth. Reality is malleable, and your mind not only perceives it, but creates it. If you change your beliefs and state of consciousness, the external world around you changes, and the matrix or system restrains an immature spirit so it doesn't harm itself and others. After all, if we are reality creators and possess the power to change it, imagine what greedy, envious people could do if they realize their power. A person who has realized their power goes beyond its control, but for this, one needs to be ready. Open the heart. Understand the rules of the game. Are you ready to accept that if everything around is just a reflection of your mind? What will happen if you start changing your thoughts and perception of the surrounding world? Reality can change under the influence of your mind, and this possibility opens to those who are ready to work on themselves. Why do so many people remain within previous beliefs and perceptions? Perception is formed from childhood. Rules are established about what is allowed and what isn't. Fear, as the main tool of the mind responsible for safety, limits our actions. It paralyzes consciousness and doesn't allow asking important questions. The mind is used to fearing everything unusual, mistakes and instability. It distracts from sensual perception of the world because it can be painful, and uses for this entertainment, social media, bad habits, and various consumption desires, which it chases in constant hurry. Consumption represents an illusion of freedom, and we mistakenly believe that happiness is connected with possessing things. But this freedom is just a mask, behind which lies a mass of fear and limitations. We're afraid to feel, which narrows our perception. Making changes real and internal is very difficult because it requires disidentifying with your mind, with your patterns, fears, and complexes, to see them from a side and realize yourself as something greater, and to transition into creator consciousness. There are keys and techniques that have been known for millennia. My enlightened teacher passes this knowledge to me, and I share it with you. Let's first consider how many of your beliefs actually belong to you. What if all these truths are just part of a carefully constructed game in which the system keeps you under control until you're ready? There exists a huge mental cloud that influences us through mass media, advertising, social networks, series, and so on. A person in this white noise is constantly under the influence of others' ideas and decisions. First, you need to realize this and arrange an information detox for your mind. Take a kind of asceticism and not pollute your perception with information noise. Your world is a reflection of your inner state. Once you realize that reality is not rigid but flexible, you understand that you can change it by raising your level of consciousness. And for this, you need to throw out the garbage from your head. If you decide to follow the path of awareness, remember that this path doesn't end here. It's endless because each new knowledge brings you closer to your true self. And the first step is simple. Observe your thoughts and notice how they form your reality. And here are several key steps on how to do this and apply knowledge in practice. Change your vibrational state. Everything in this world is energy, including your thoughts and emotions. By maintaining a positive mindset, you attract positive situations. Practice meditation. Avoid negative people and places. Allow yourself to feel gratitude for what you have. Create space for calmness and observation of your state. This simple action will help you weaken old programs. Set aside at least 10 minutes a day for meditation. Identify and eliminate limiting beliefs. Write down all your limiting thoughts, such as, money comes with difficulty, I'm not good enough. Replace them with positive affirmations. Constantly repeat new positive statements so your brain learns new patterns. Start returning your attention to here and now. Place attention in the body. Move it from the crown of your head to your feet. If you notice any tension, just observe how it dissolves by itself. Don't fight thoughts, just return attention to the body and sensations in it. Direct attention to the center of your chest. Feel the warmth. Direct this warmth to the situation or life sphere that concerns you. Start from this heart warmth to thank life for the fact that it exists at all. Activate the power of gratitude and liberation. The more grateful you are for everything you have, the more reasons for happiness will appear. Every day, write down 3 things you're grateful for and learn to let go of control over future results. Each time you catch yourself on negative thoughts, instead of, "I can't do it," ask yourself, "How can I do this?" Include mindfulness in daily practice so your actions correspond to high vibrations. Ho'oponopono, technique of consciousness cleansing, ancient Hawaiian method that helps release emotional blocks. Accompany each negative thought with phrases. "I'm sorry," "Please forgive me," "I love you," "Thank you." These techniques work only with regular application, like seeds that need watering. Reprogramming the mind requires time, intention, and persistence. Now imagine what will happen if you start applying these keys every day. How quickly will your reality begin to transform? Everything is in your hands. Are you ready to take control of your life into your own hands? If you've reached this point, it means you've already understood that reality isn't fixed. You can create it. But what few know is that this knowledge isn't new. It was documented thousands of years ago and only recently received confirmation from science. Everything existing originates in the mind, and consequently, your beliefs form your perception and, accordingly, create your reality. Now you have knowledge, and it's up to you how to use it. You can continue following old programs or start applying these principles in your life right now. Ready to take responsibility for results and transformation? Your mind is a garden. If you sow fear, lack, and doubt, you'll reap a life full of limitations. But if you fill consciousness with abundance, confidence, and gratitude, the universe will reflect this back. What distinguishes those who change their lives from those who remain trapped? It's responsibility for oneself. A person managing their mind doesn't see obstacles as blockages, they perceive them as opportunities for growth. And if this message resonated with you, support the video with a like and share this truth. Together we can create a real consciousness revolution, freeing a wider circle of people.